Welcome to my channel. My name is Steffi, and if you are new to my channel, this is my video games journey from 0 to 10,000 hours of playing video games. I played my very first video game as an adult in October 2022, and it honestly changed my life. And since then, I've been documenting my gaming journey from 0 to 10,000 hours. A part of my gaming journey, I decided to build my very own PC. And so here you have it, guys. This is me building my very first PC. I hope you enjoy watching me build it as much as I enjoyed building it. From day one, when I announced I was going to build my own PC, a lot of people suggested that it would be easier to purchase a pre-built PC. And if I was going to build my very own PC, perhaps engage with someone that I trust that knows what they're doing. I don't know why I wanted to build my own PC, but I just knew I wanted to do that. So at the start of this journey, I didn't know anyone that gamed, but little to my surprise, I learned that my best friend Lee, her husband Stu, games, and he has quite a few PCs builds under his belt. So he helped me throughout this whole journey. We're going to call him Master Stu. Okay, let's get started. As you all can see, I'm starting with the motherboard. Guys, the motherboard is probably the most beautiful piece of hardware I have seen in my life. It's stunning. Also, if you see little fluff balls in the background, that is Toto and Lulu. Also, massive shout out to Mother Bear. My mum let me use her dining room table to do the PC build. I didn't have a big enough space in my apartment to do so, so thank you. Toto and Lulu are actually my best friend Lee's and her husband Stu, Master Stu's doggies. So while he was helping me with the build, they were also over and also helping me with the build. While researching how to build PCs, I've tried to learn as much as I can with regard to IT terminology. If I don't get it right throughout this whole video, I am so sorry. I'm trying my best. It's like learning an entire new language for me. So I'm probably going to butcher some words and not call things the correct name. So just please keep an open mind, and I'm trying, guys. I'm still learning. I'll get it one day. Building the motherboard and putting all the parts into the motherboard was actually one of my favorite parts of the entire PC build. It was actually quite smooth. I was able to complete all the steps quite easily, and I felt like every part had its own special place, and it was just so satisfying seeing that it all just went in correctly so easily. It was just one of my favorite parts. I just loved it. I don't know why. As you can see, I'm just unscrewing the area where I put in the brackets to hold the CPU cooler, the CPU fan, and now I'm just screwing those brackets in. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I want to do. I got a different path from everyone. So CPU brackets are in place. Next step is to insert the CPU. The CPU was also another piece of hardware that I thought was really, really pretty. The one that I had, the teeth underneath, all those little teeth, it was all gold, and gold's like one of my favorite metals. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, so pretty. My understanding is you have to be extremely gentle and careful when inserting the CPU. The CPU can be damaged very easily. The pins or the teeth on the bottom of it can be damaged really easily. So I just made sure that when I inserted it before pressing down, I knew that it was all in place correctly. So when I pressed down, I wouldn't damage any of those, any of the teeth. I keep calling it the teeth, even though I don't know what they're called. The teeth, the pins. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. When the CPU was in place, I just locked it in with the side pin. I also don't know what that was called either.
Plans are contagious. I attack that shit, I'm tenacious. And if you ain't, get the fuck out of my way then. Got one life, I won't regret it. I will fight until I get it. I'll look back one day from heaven and say, damn, I learned some lessons. And say, damn, I had no questions. I had fun in every second, and the journey was a blessing, yeah. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense.
next step is to put the thermal paste on and install the CPU cooler and also attach the fan. My sister walking through the door, she's so cute. She didn't want to make any noise, so she was like whispering to me. I'm like, you can talk, it's all good, but she still didn't because she didn't want to interrupt. Now I'm just about to place the thermal paste on top of the CPU. To my understanding, this actually is quite a controversial part of a PC build. Apparently the internet goes crazy explaining which direction you should put the thermal paste, how much. I just did a little dollop in the middle of the CPU, maybe half a 5-cent piece size, and it seemed to work. So please don't come after me. Now for the CPU cooler. As you can see, I was freaking out trying to make sure I put it the right direction. So I just took my time to ensure that all was good and I placed the CPU cooler in the right direction.
I'm losing it, the noose it fits, some losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh! I feel like I'm losing my...
After I put the CPU cooler in place, I just stabilized it by putting this bar between it. I don't know the actual technical term of it, but I just screwed it in both sides. Had a perfect little slot for me to put it in.
Everybody in the world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. Yeah, there's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yeah, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the
Now for the CPU cooler fan. This part was hard, guys. I bent the little, I don't know what they're called, the little brackets on the side of the CPU cooler. Apparently they are meant to be flexible and you can bend them, but as soon as I bent it, I freaked out. I was like, oh my God. But apparently it was all good and I eventually got it all on and working, which was good. But this part was super fiddly. The little cooler holders, making sure it was aligned correctly in the middle. Yeah, quite a little fiddly, stressful part of the build.
next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it.
Now time to insert the SSD card. The SSD card I thought was also a pretty piece of hardware. My one had gold. Like I said before, I love gold, so I thought it was really pretty. Not only that, it inserted really easily. When I heard that click, it was so satisfying, especially considering I had so much trouble and had to fiddle around with the CPU fan for a long time. So hearing the SSD card just, you know, insert really well and it was in its right place was really satisfying.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting.
SSD card all in place, all screwed down, which is good. Now time for the memory. Again, the memory, oh, it was so pretty. I don't know if they all look like this, but the memory that I got, it looked like wings. And again, also inserted really easily into the two slots, which was really good. So that made me happy.
A sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance.
So we are done with the motherboard for now. Now it's time to unpack the case, this bad boy.
Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
So I'm just taking off the glass panel at the front. I'll also take off the back panel and also the side panel.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give.
Now time for the fans. So this case actually came with 2 inbuilt fans, which was good. And then Master Stew gifted me 2 additional fans. So the PC has a total of 4 fans. It took me ages to ensure that the fans were facing the correct direction. Yeah, just little things of just not understanding the engineering behind it all, and not knowing that if you face the fan the wrong way, that the air won't go into the PC case. So yeah, just spent quite a bit of time ensuring that it was facing the right direction.
Growing up in basements, online a whole new generation. I'ma make mine, so you better go take it. Always they need a new replacement. Decentralized, can't contain it. We're changing lives, yeah, upgrading. Call it suicide of the young.
Installing the fans was actually quite difficult and fiddly. It was kind of awkward to put my hand in the case and screw it in a straight line. There was a little thing blocking the screwdriver so it couldn't go straight, but I tried my best. It actually took ages just because of how fiddly it was, but Master Stew was just ensuring me that I had to make sure that the fans were screwed on tight, because if they weren't, when I turned on the PC, as soon as the fans started working, I would hear rattling. So I just spent quite a bit of time just ensuring that I did it slowly, did it properly, and that they were secured.
Lives on a small screen nation, we control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world...
As I said, the fans took ages. I even had to use my phone torch to see what I was doing, because I dropped the little screws in the PC case, and thank God for magnetic screwdrivers, because I would not have been able to get my fingers in there. Oh, the fans, I'm telling you guys, the fans took me so long. It was so fiddly.
They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You can see the writing on the pavement. Young kids, they're growing up in basements. Online, a whole new generation.
Guys, installing the fans took so long. The fan installation actually was the longest part of the build. It was just so fiddly, and it was just so awkward for me to screw them into place, but did my best. Now it's time to install the motherboard into the PC case. I ensured that it was all secured really tightly, all the screws were in tight, so there was no movement.
I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive.
Now for the power supply. The power supply, I think, was the heaviest PC part. So yeah, heavier than I expected because all the other parts were quite light apart from the power supply. So it makes sense that the power supply was actually located on the bottom of the PC case because it was one of the heaviest items.
You can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Setting up the power supply was also quite a lengthy part of the PC build. Took me ages, but finally figured it out and finally did it all. Oh god, at this point I was getting extremely tired and extremely frustrated, so
Through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need.
installing the power supply and weaving all the wires through the back of the motherboard, underneath the motherboard and on top of the motherboard was actually super difficult. Some of the wires were really big. You actually unfortunately do not get to see a good view of me doing this. I actually hired a videographer off Airtasker to film the entire build. I actually wanted a bird's eye view of the build as well as a front view of the build, but they actually didn't end up rocking up, so I couldn't wait any longer to build the PC, so I just filmed it on my own phone.
Fake it till you make it A, and if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst I say and turn them.
Now it's time for the graphics card. The graphic card is also another beautiful piece of hardware, one of my favorites. It was so pretty. I don't know why, I just thought it was a really cool looking machine. I'm just unscrewing the side panels so I can install the graphics card.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. When you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Physically installing the graphics card was actually quite fiddly. That also took me quite a while, so I just took my time to ensure that it was in place. Eventually got it, but also fiddly. But by this time I'm actually super tired, so I think at the beginning I was quite fast, and as this PC build goes on I'm getting tired, but all good.
Go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Now to plug in all the power supply to the motherboard. Guys, this was hectic. I had no idea what I was doing. Master Stew really helped. I can't even remember what they were all for at this stage. I remember plugging in 4 fan wires. There was an audio wire, something to do with an F panel. Oh God. There was a really, really fat wire with a blue thing on it. I literally cannot remember what they were all for, and without Stu, I would not have been able to do this part at all. Really used his guidance, and he was really patient with me at this stage. Not only that, once I plugged all the wires into place, then trying to making it all neat and tidy and feeding all the wires back through the back, seems like such a simple job, but it actually wasn't. It was so time consuming, guys. This was really fiddly.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work.
Now, just before filming this part of the PC build, I was actually exhausted lying on the floor. Master Stu was kind enough to tidy up all the cords for me, plug in the mouse, plug in the keyboard, and plug in the screen. I remember asking Master Stu whether he thought it would turn on. He said he didn't know, but it did turn on. We did it, guys. Yay!
That you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing.
This was such a good feeling, and I couldn't believe how pretty all the colors were. Was over the moon with this result. Honestly, could not have done it without Master Stu. He is an awesome PC builder. He is so knowledgeable, and that's the reason why I was able to do it in such a short time frame, because I honestly wasn't doing it myself. And do you know what? In hindsight, I'm really happy I did it with him. He made it a really enjoyable experience, and he answered all my stupid questions and was super patient with me, so I'm super appreciative.
They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that.
Stu was explaining that there's a superstition that you can't put on any of the side panels without turning on your PC and ensuring that it works. So we waited to do all of that. Once we knew it was working, we put all the side panels on, and he let me do the honors. I ripped off the protective plastic cover, the stickers, and I'm ready to go.
So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think